Welcome to Legacy of Leaders. I'm Dan Edelman, your host from Heritage Capital Group. At Legacy of Leaders, we talk with leaders in the community who are making Jacksonville a better place for all of us. Today I have with me Ivan Colao of Holland and Knight. Ivan, thank you very much for joining us today.
I'm honored to be invited to join. Thank you.
Ivan, I know you've been in the Jacksonville community as an attorney for many, many years and have nurtured other attorneys to become leaders and worked with many leaders in the community as an advisor to them. For the people watching today, what have you seen that helps people become good leaders?
I think joining a quality organization that has a hierarchy within the organization so that young people have an opportunity to be led as a starting point and to observe good leaders and bad leaders and help them decide what kind of leader they're going to be, and then to perform and apply themselves to rise in the organization. And then with those tools, they can go and do anything.
So in your career, it sounds like you've had a few key mentors that have helped you become an effective leader. I mean, is that really, the mentor is key, especially in a law firm environment, I guess?
It is, and unfortunately for me, in the exact areas in which I wanted to practice, I never had a true mentor, sort of 100%. I had to grab pieces of people and cobble them together. And so I consider myself to have been mentored by other lawyers, other business persons, and I tried to absorb the best of all of them.
And I'm sure in cobbling that together, as we all do, because there are good leaders and bad leaders, and you try to pick out the good qualities that fit you. I'm sure you made some mistakes along the way and learned from those mistakes.
Yeah, sure. I think one thing that's important, and I think it's contrary to kind of current thinking where disruption is viewed as something that's very good and value generating. I think building consensus when you're operating within an organization, making sure that people are buying into your journey and that people are comfortable with that. So it's up to you to be an advocate and be convincing to get them on board, and that will help a smooth transition upward.
Well, it's interesting, you say consensus, and especially because I know the nature of your practice, that also means compromising.
Yes, and so what I do transactional work ranging from helping people start businesses to buying and selling of businesses, where we've been able to work together with Heritage Capital Group, which is a very high profile and excellent investment banking firm, to helping companies raise capital, be it sales of stock or loans or selling of debt. So all of those sorts of transactional situations, you're always compromising. You are giving something and you're getting something back. And so there's an art to that, and that's what we've tried to hone.
And as part of your leadership skills that you've created for yourself and your firm, I know giving back to the community has always been an important part of that. And why is that?
I think it's important. My father was born in Cuba and came to the United States in 1959, and was here to go to college. And then there was a regime change in Cuba, and my grandfather couldn't send any more money. My dad had nothing and had to work his way through college. And then my grandparents and his brother showed up, and they had nothing. So my family really started with nothing in the United States, and they got help from people. So I feel like it's important to give back. If you're in a position where you can help other people, I think it's important to do so.
And the giving back, I mean, I've always experienced, you get a certain amount of self-reward out of that. And there are people like your family who, really come to this country, to get a fresh start. And if you can give those people an opportunity, look at what it does ultimately for this country.
Absolutely, agree.
So, appreciate that, and I know it was not an easy road for your family.
No, and we've tried to be, and me personally, I have been involved with Catholic Charities here in Jacksonville and had served on their board, and our firm also gives back. We do an annual 9/11 Day of Service, usually to assist organizations, lots of volunteer work focused on underprivileged children.
Well, Ivan, thank you for spending a few minutes with me this morning. I think this is helpful, and hopefully those of you at home who are watching, this has been informative to you. Appreciate you joining us on Legacy of Leaders. I'm Dan Edelman, your host, and been joined by Ivan Colao of Holland tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan.
Appreciate it.